So welcome to week 21 of my weekly rotations. Let's get started. For Monday, I wore Maria Candida Gentile's Verdarium, which is my favorite from the brand. This is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. It has those floral notes, the herbal notes. There's a lot of different nuances, lots of different things pulling me in every direction. And this is supposed to be an ancient Roman garden, from what I've read. It sort of makes sense. It sort of feels like a garden. There's a lot of florals and herbs and plants. There is nothing chemical. There's no trees. There's no sea notes. There's nothing that doesn't belong in a garden. It's very perfuming. It's very beautiful. It's very, I won't call it soapy, but definitely has that cleanness of typical soap cleanness without smelling like any soap. It's beautiful. I love it. And this is one of my 10 out of 10 fragrances. This is one of those, smelling this is a true pleasure. And I'm almost out of this, and I'm going to get a new bottle, 100 ml this time, because 15 mils, it lasts quite a while. It's potent stuff, but yeah, well, I need at least 100 ml of this. I'm probably gonna run out of that too. For Tuesday, I went with Zaharov's Seraphim Coups. The easiest way to describe this is Ombre Noir with more complexity and a slight sweetness and a lot of cardamom. It's like taking a graveyard vibe and then adding sort of a slight romance or something with that spice and a little bit of vanilla. This is like a romance in a graveyard. Is that a bad thing to say? It has a very earthy, grounded, not wet, but dry earthiness from the vetiver, but on top of that you get that smooth, slightly sweetened vanilla. It's barely there, but it does give that hint of sexiness, of allure, of something sort of tempting in the bottom there. And all that cardamom, I love cardamom. It just gives you that sexiness. For Wednesday, I went with Roja's Elysium Parfum Cologne. It's been a while since I wore this, which I don't know why. The idea behind this was Roja wanted to make something that was completely light and like there was no effort. It was supposed to be Elysium, perfection, the paradise. It's supposed to be no weight on your shoulders. Everything is light. Everything is easy. That is what this is. It's floaty. It's airy. It's vibrant. It's energetic. It's very floaty. It's very clean and bright, and very spicy. Spicy and a lot of vetiver. Clean, classic, masculine, very elegant and very light and easy to wear. Thursday, on Wednesday night, evening, I got the news that Olivier Creed has passed away. So, out of respect for Thursday, I wore my only Creed, which is Aventus Cologne, which was perfumed by Olivier Creed. And this is, in my opinion, the better of the Aventus line. I think the word cologne got people scared by this because it's not a cologne. It's a cologne style, but it is a eau de parfum, just like all the others. But yeah, very bright citruses with that birch tar. Doesn't have all that pineapple fruitiness. Less incensey and less smoky. Just taking that original Aventus and improving it, making it lighter, brighter, and more wearable. It's, believe it or not, but the original Aventus isn't that popular outside of fragrance collectors. It actually, it can be a little bit too much for some, but this is more for the general public, I think. I think the reason they made this was basically to make Aventus easier to wear. This still has that birch tar, it still has the citrusy freshness, the cleanness, just all the things you had with the original, just slightly reformulated, changing some things, but basically it still smells like Aventus. Friday, I got to put on the newest acquisition, which is Noir, I don't know, Anello, which kind of has a connection to Aventus. A lot of people has connected this to similarity with Aventus, and definitely there is some similarity in the dry down. But when you spray this, it's just a completely different beast. This just overwhelms you with that juicy and bright fruit. Such a beautiful opening. It's a treat to wear, and it lasts quite a while until that fruit starts to die down, and you get that more birchy and more Aventus-like characteristics. But it opens so fruity. It opens so mouth-watery fruity. It's such a great fragrance and such a happy fragrance. Definitely recommend people try it. This is one of those you should sample for summer. That said, it's strong enough to easily be worn for spring and fall, and maybe even winter, if you like fruity, fresh, clean, those vibrant, fruity fragrances for summer, for winter. This can easily be worn. It's pretty strong. Also be warned that don't go like 10 sprays of this, because you're gonna kill someone. It's pretty strong. Saturday, back into Arena Fransen's green tea and blackcurrant. Still comparing the old with the new. And the new just smells better. It's that simple. There was something weird with the original. The new one smells a lot better. I think I gave the original like a 6 out of 10. And this is more like now a 8 out of 10. Not sweet, but it has some sweet nuances, but it's very green, very sort of plant-like, almost. I don't know quite how to describe that. There's some woody elements, florals, but definitely that blackcurrant, it's a big part of it. And the tea note that I wouldn't call it green tea necessarily. I drink a lot of green tea, and I don't get those tea bag things. I'm using actual highest quality green tea. And it doesn't really smell like green tea, but similar enough that I would call it a green tea note. And it's very intensified because it's so concentrated, so it does come up more as woody than tea, but sort of like green tea woods, if you can think of a tree that smells like green tea. This is strong enough to be spring, fall. I don't think this is a summer scent. It's a little too strong. But spring and fall is perfect. And it does have a refreshing, uplifting effect. And finally, finishing the week where I started it with Maria Candida Gentile and Finisterre. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Italian, but this is a herbal citrus aquatic fragrance, and it's beautiful. This is another one of those that I haven't been using so much because it's a summery fragrance. The dent is already starting, and this is also one of those I'm gonna have to get a 100 ml bottle of pretty soon, because Once the temperatures finally get above 20 degrees Celsius, this is going to get a lot of use. It is a summer feel. The vibe, the feel, it's sort of like the south of France, by the ocean, herbal garden, and some citrus tree next to it. That's basically what this smells like. With an ocean breeze just hitting that herbal garden. You're standing in the garden. You've just picked some lemons. You have like a basket of lemons next to you, and you're going through the garden and you're just smelling all the herbs, the heat warming them up, and like the green feel of that herbal garden with that clean, crisp sea air. It's really, really nice. And on me, it gets very much foliage. Sort of reminds me a little bit about elephant from Zoologist, actually. It gets green, like crushed green stems or green leaves, and yeah, it's beautiful, very beautiful. Definitely worth a try. If you're into something new this summer and you haven't tried Maria Candida Gentile, two fragrances you should definitely check out is Verdarium and Finistre. I would also recommend Vis, which is, I think, is her newest or her second newest, which is basically just extremely light. It's citruses, water, and sailing boats is the best thing. Is jib and sail from sailing boats, I think. It smells like being on a sailing boat, sailboat. It's really, really, really good. So those three are definitely three I would recommend trying for summer. So time for the weekly score. Starting with Redarium. This will never be anything but a 10 out of 10 where it's so beautiful. It's that garden, it's that just ancient Roman garden, maybe a little bit powderiness on top of that garden vibe I described earlier. But yeah, clean, soapy garden. Seraphine Cruise, 10 out of 10. Beautiful wear, I love it. So crisp, so, I would almost call it goth. I think I described it perfectly by saying it's a romantic graveyard experience. This is like in the middle of the night, meeting your loved one at a graveyard and getting it on. This is a masculine fragrance though, so this is not like a woman meeting a man. This is a man waiting for a woman. Roja Elysium Parfum Cologne is a nice 9.5 out of 10. It's beautiful, it's light, it's bright. It feels like it makes you physically lighter. It feels like the air you're breathing with this in it is thinner and lighter than the actual air. It's a weird experience, but this is named and created perfectly. Creed Aventus Cologne, a nice 9 out of 10. It's hard to go wrong with this. Everybody knows it. It's Aventus, but improved, in my opinion. And it's hard to go wrong with that. Père Noir, Anello, 10 out of 10. Wow. This is just, every time I wear it, the moment I spray it, it just overwhelms the senses with just the most realistic, juicy, bright fruits. And from there, it just basically turns into an improved version of an Aventus, if you want to take it that route. I think that's the easiest way to explain it for people who haven't tried it to understand it, is that some nuance of Aventus in the dry down. Arena Franzen, green tea, and black currant is a nice 9.5 out of 10. I'm taking a half a point off because it stains any clothes I put it on, so I have to be careful when I use it and where I use it. So most of the time I have to wear like dark clothes and I have to spray myself and don't put a shirt on for like 20 minutes and just let it so seep into the skin, and then I can put something on, which is sort of a hassle. It's worth it because it smells incredible, but it's a hassle. And finally, Maria Candida Gentile Finistre. This is a nice 9.5 out of 10. Herbal gardening by the ocean. That's the easiest way to explain the location. It's like next to the ocean in France, and there's a lot of herbs there. So that was my 21st week rotation. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you come back to see me next week.